Okay, so we got a couple of issues here. So now, what wasn't happening a couple of minutes ago, the condenser fans were not coming on. So now the condenser fan is coming on, and that's cooling off the refrigerant coming from the compressor. The fans on top, those fans on top have to be coming on. If they're not coming on, that means that it's not going to cool off the compressor. So that was giving us that high discharge pressure. So if we look now, what are we reading? So it's in the fours. So it's a little bit better. What concerns me though is the low side pressure. The low side pressure should not be that high. Okay, so that's telling me it's probably a little too much refrigerant. So we're turned off again. Okay, so we got to prevent that from happening. So every time, look, if you look here, you can see that when the compressor turns off, the discharge pressure goes down. So you see it was in the 300s. It was just in the 400s a moment ago. So it's supposed to be, well, it's definitely supposed to be in the 300s, but it's way too high. The more, now it's on. Yes, now it's on, so and watch it's going to turn off because you have some type of high pressure cutout that's looking at your discharge pressure and it's saying, no, it's too high. It's going to burn out the compressor. So we got to stop that from happening. So what we're doing right now is diagnosing the system. We're trying to figure out, so that's why I said it may take a couple of hours. We're trying to figure out what is the exact cause of the problem. On the other one, we're certain about that. It's not, the other one is trying to run, like it's bizarre. It's trying to run. It just switched off. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a little bit of refrigerant out. So as you saw in the video, we were cleaning out this tank. Since we're gonna be reusing the refrigerant, we wanted to make sure it's not putting anything else in there that's gonna affect the system. Okay, so G, come on, hold these for a second. Yep, so hold both. Yep. Because on my pressures here, I'm not getting lower than 52 on my low side. That's not good, 52 degrees. So the same thing we saw. Now, the crazy thing is this compressor is running this whole time. It's hot, but it's not like crazy hot. But we'll figure that out. So for now, we got to keep this machine running. So I'm going to open here. I'm going to take a little refrigerant out. So a little refrigerant just went out here. I'm going to purge. Oh, that's not tightened up. So now tighten, loosen. That's fine. Now the good thing is that this machine is an R22 system. So it doesn't matter that we're just taking vapor out right now. We're not compromising the refrigerant in any way. No, so along those lines, so make sure you can see both. Okay. So understand something, right? I don't need to connect this to power because the tank is in a deep vacuum. So I can just use the vacuum inside of there to pull it out. Now, if this were a 410A system, if I just try to pull refrigerant out on my gas lines, my suction and discharge line, I'd have a problem because it would separate the refrigerants. But with here, it's actually R22 is not a blend, so I don't have to worry about that. So it's funny because just the refrigerant that went through that hose dropped my pressures from the fixed 50s, from 50-degree saturation down to 43 degrees. So it's a little bit lower. So let's take a little bit more. So that flashing is pull that liquid out. You purge here. Purge. Now all I'm gonna do is just suck the refrigerant out of the hose. These are closed. These are purged. These are open. Now you're actually gonna hear it. That's just the suction. So the tank just sucked that refrigerant out. All I'm trying to do is trying to get this compressor to stay on, running at a lower pressure. So I'm just going to take a little bit more. That's just the vacuum. The vacuum just sucked that refrigerant out. I'm trying to get that low side down to around 40 degrees. 35, 40 degrees. Oh man, I see what's going on here. Okay. Okay. So we got a slightly different problem. Because so okay, you see right there. I think I understand what's going on. If you see right there, I just pulled refrigerant out of my low side, and there wasn't really much of a change. There could be a problem either with the metering device or with the T. The metering device is probably a TEV or with the filter dryer. Okay. So I pulled a little. Yep, we're going right back up. Okay. I still think we're definitely a little overcharged. I don't want to be that high. Hmm. So you know what's interesting? Hello? Okay. Okay. So we got two separate problems here. Again, I keep pulling refrigerant out. My pressures is still too high. So we'll deal with that in a second. So I'm gonna close this up. I'm gonna pull. So all that refrigerant should have been sucked into the vacuum here. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna disconnect my hoses here. Hey, so give him the mic. Give him the mic. The other mic. Oh, sorry. There you go. Okay, check this out. So it's two circuits. Wow, this thing is hot. It's two circuits. They're both running, right? This one, we're getting a differential, but it's not staying on. As a matter, see that? That's what this one keeps doing. So it turns on, pulls it down. So what I'm thinking, it could be the metering device or it could be a cloud filter dryer. So I thought it was cutting off on high discharge because my discharge pressure, like it was up. I think the saturation was like 130 degrees. Way too hot, R22. So I took a little refrigerant out. It's running, but then when I pull out of the low side, it would drop down to a vacuum. So what I'm assuming is that it's not feeding into the low side quickly enough, and it's actually the low side cutout that's shutting it off. It's cutting off on low pressure. But the thing is, this is charged up. If anything, it's overcharged. It's just not feeding into the low side quickly enough. So that's this unit right here. This compressor, the one we got the replacement compressor for, it's crazy hot. There's no differential whatsoever. So, woo, this thing is burning hot. That's my high side. That's my high side at 64, R22. And it's my, huh? Oh, the R, I didn't go down. But the pressure is still high. Now this is charged up. That's the saturation at 92 degrees, which means the refrigerant is cooking inside of here, and you got no differential, and this unit is running. Let me get a multimeter. Ugh. So that's what I mean. The refrigerator is cooking. So we got 5 amps with no differential. So the compressor's running, it's working, but it's not moving anything. Yes, yes. So that's the one we got to change out. Yes. So we're gonna turn that off. We're gonna swap that out. Yes, because that's the thing. This unit is running. It should be medium cold in here. You're getting no cooling whatsoever. Yes. Okay. So we're gonna recover. What the hell is that sound? So look at my filter dryers. Are those filter dryers cold? Touch the filter dryers right there. They look cold. So we may have clogged filter dryers.
But if you change the compressor, you have to change the filter dryers anyway.
Yeah.
Burnout.
Yes.
So they have to change. Anyway,
Yep. 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 So we'll start there. Boom, boom, boom. So we just, okay, so let me purge those. Look at that pressure. For R22, no way. No, that's a lot. Yeah, man. Okay, so our machine is in a vacuum. So listen here, it's just gonna start sucking on its own. See that? It's just pulling on. Now the pressure is gonna equalize, especially at that pressure. So now I turn this on and I'm gonna suck all that refrigerant out of that cycle. So that's what we were trying to confirm, first of all, before we start chopping stuff. Make sure we know which one is which. No, the tank is, there we go. So another issue we have, the replacement compressor has a third connector on the top. So it has a 1/4-inch line on the top. So I'll show you that one. So it must be a relief line for the crankcase heater, which they don't even include because of supply issues. Wait it. Huh? Okay. Huh? All right, take a look here. That's 3/8 inch. So this is 3/8 inch. This is 1/2 inch. This is 3/4. Yep. Okay, so huh? I do not have those size filter dryers, so we can get, so there's, you see those blue canisters right there? We believe those may be contributing to the problem. Those are called filter dryers. So yeah, so we believe those. So the compressor we definitely got to change. We believe those may be clogged up, and that may be giving you the issue on the other unit right there. So a couple extras, hundreds, not a big thing. So we want to make sure when it gets wrapped.
To replace the canisters first.
Yeah. So that compressor is seized. So what that means is that it's drawing current, but it can't break the friction in order to run. So it's running, but it's not moving the refrigerant from the evaporator to the condenser. Now, what the problem is that when we change the this compressor, the air that's going to get into that filter dryer is going to contaminate it, because that's probably what gave you the issues to begin with. Is they didn't properly change those. They jumped out. Yeah, I see one of the pressures. Okay, so when we first came here, gee, can you hold these for a second? Or can you hold these? So check this out. This is what drives me nuts, right? There you go. Okay, so yeah, so they jumped all that out. So like I said, the second the fact the compressor is on and the fans were not running, I'm shocked. Both compressors aren't dead. Yes. Yes. So what's happening, because this is running, that one is assuming. Now, are these both connected to one evaporator coil, or are they separate? There's one condenser. So we got to open this up. There's one coil. Well, it could be an A-frame. Yes, it was probably an A-frame. Yeah. 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 Yes. But that could be the filter dryer. Yeah. Could be the TV. Could be the. Oh boy. No, that's discontinued. This is the replacement. The currently available replacement. Oh Lord. All right. Oh boy. Gee, go over here. Ugh. Wait. What the hell? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So that didn't look good, huh? It's hard to say from here. All you can see is the backside of the coils, but you can see the filters are not quite in the right place, which is not good. Okay. G, if you can come here for a second. Come take a look. Come take a look. Oh boy. So these are your evaporator coils, and those are your air supply filters. So this is the air that's going into that space. The filters aren't even on there. Okay, so well, you can do it. Trying to get those filters back up there. So come here for a second. Just let's show you what's going on here. No, before you do it. When was the last time you had your filters changed?
Just recently.
Yeah, so the filters are like this when we open this up. So what that means is that you're getting no cleaning of your air that's going into your space that you guys are breathing in. So that's a few weeks. Okay. So number one, okay, so here's your problem. Like you can look up there, there's nothing to hold it in place. You see that top lip there? So these might not be the right size of filters for this particular unit. You see there? There has to be, okay, you see how this thing, hold on, look at the bottom. You see that middle piece right there? You see how that's kind of holding it? There's nothing to hold it at the top. So it's either these are the wrong size filters, or like you look there, there's a screw. So it looks like they may have moved the placement of that bottom row. Look, hang on before you do that. You see the screw? There's an opening right there, right there. So it looks like they may have moved this or something like that. But yeah, we definitely got to find a way to keep those. It'll never stay up. It'll never stay up. Yeah, so that's not a big deal. And you said this is a couple of weeks, and your filters, you can see the buildup of the material right there on the filters. Like this is supposed to be white, but we can figure that out. So yeah, we got to put some kind of bar or something. So we'll figure that out. Okay. So Lyndon, there's no access to the metering device on this side. So the metering device is going to have to be back over there. Okay. Looking from the top. Oh, this is so crazy. They cut so many sensors in here. There's sensors back here that are cut. Where's the metering device? Where's the metering device? Yeah.
Holy cow. No, you don't want to take you don't want to do that. Oh Lord. What is happening here? This is no, this is no, but we're gonna need one. This is the metering. Holy cow. This is our suction. That's our suction. That's our suction. Where's our that's our liquid. The meter. Whoa. No way. There's no metering device. Whoa. How long has this unit been here? Before you guys moved in, right? There's no metering device in this machine. Holy cow. Okay, let me turn all this stuff off. Let's go and talk for a little while. Oh Lord.